Taylor Pofall for Team Jacob Pitt, left-hand side, down 6:27. Looks over and sees Michael Lewis, the team captain, down 6:52. Separated, win, light, Pofall. 005, one above two, lays down 17 total. Left Michael Lewis 7th out to work with, 10. And 4 over, 50 total, no good. Taylor Pofall puts one on the board for Team Jacob Pitt. Lane Lewis, left-hand side, down 706 for Team Michael Lewis out of Saucier, Mississippi. Looks over and sees Ryan Gleghorn's replacement, or an upgrade. Poot, Andrew Linnemood out of Coldberg, Alabama, the GTO, down 6:53. Team Jacob Pitt going up 2-0. Andrew, 13-11 thou under. Lane Lewis, 14 red, 32 thou under. And team captain Jacob Pitt can put it on ice right here. 572 on the left side out of Fort Worth, Texas. And his Dodge Dakota. And Jeannie Allen, Poplarville, Mississippi native. The Camaro on the right side, down 686. Separated, got us a good one here. Win, light, Pitt, and it is over. Get the brooms out. 007, 54 thou over for Jacob Pitt. Jeannie, 11 and 126 above. Something going on with her hot rod. Jacob Pitt and his team are moving on. 2 more fun runs, and we'll be at our final pair, or final matchup. Team TJ Tracy and Team JJ Pennington. Glenn Phillips, 004, dead 5-9 total, locks out Brandon Michaels, so 3-1 is the count. Todd Nations in the Malibu, down 691, Chad Salmon, Burleson, Texas native. He's safety worker by trade, down 627. Chad Salmon looking like Eric out here, 005 and 27 thou under. Eric would not have been 27 thou under, though. Good chance he's 005, but not 3 under. All right, final 33 and stops to be 17 thou over, 50 total, gets it done. Hester 26, take 28, and that'll do it for Team Billy Parker. Team Cole Waldrop to the semifinal. The final matchup here, round number 2. Team Pitt, Team Pennington. Team Jacob Pitt left side represented by Taylor Pofall, down 627, and the team captain, J.J. Pennington. Coldberg, Alabama native, down 650. J.J. hit it. We've got us a drag race. 1 thou, separated, win, light. Pofall, J.J. 20. Oh, my goodness. JJ is 20, take 4 to be 2 thou under. Pole fall 19, dead on 2. And his win light comes on. Team Jacob Pitt up 1-0. Andrew Lindemood, left-hand side. Out of Coleburg, Alabama, down 6:53, trying to keep his team up 2-0. He is racing the team from home currently. He was on this team. Didn't think the GTO was going to be ready in time. Doyle K slid in here as part of his team, down 6:44. And we've got an absolute mess on the starting line out of the GTO. And that does not look like fuel. It might be. Okay, it's evaporating. Andrew left the fuel cap off, but puts his team up 2-0. Doyle K, 9 thou red and 7 thou under. Team David Hammond's lane 7. Team Amanda Graham, lane 8. Team David Hammond's lane 7. Team Amanda Graham, lane 8. And it's all on the line right here. Jacob Pitt could put it on ice for his team. The team captain right side, the Pitt Family Racing Dodge Dakota out of Fort Worth, Texas. Looks over and sees Apollo Chris Stevenson. The Buick Apollo down 6:31 out of Bayleton, Alabama. Stevenson has to turn on a wind light to keep his team alive. Away with it times 2. Apollo Chris 009 and blows the tires off. Parts call for some Mickey Thompsons for Chris Stevenson. 9 and can't run the dial in. Jacob Pitt is 8 thou red. So 2-1. Garrett K has to turn on a wind light to keep it rolling and give Big Jet a shot. 6:42 on the left side out of Asheville, Alabama. Brandon Michaels right side out of Maryland. His wind light is on. It's over. And it is all Jarrett K. 001. Take 19 to be 35 total. Brandon Michaels 33. 2 over. And it all comes down to this. Chad Sandlin left side. Eric's brother down 6:26 out of Burleson, Texas. And the former B&M world champ, Big Jed, driving Big Red down 5:93 to keep Team Pennington alive. Huge matchup to end the round. Big Jed flickers it on. Sandlin's in. Big Jed's in trouble. Chad Sandlin, 008. Take 10 thou to be 1 above 8. Big Jed swaps feet 044. And 7 thou under. Chad Sandlin puts Team Jacob Pitt.
Team Walker headed to the final. This is Team Cole Waldrop, Team Jacob Pitt, left side, Chris Strange, out 777. Will take on the team captain, Jake Pitt, out 570. perfect. Take a bunch to be 2 above. Pitt missed it. Put it 1 over, no good. Team Waltrip up 1-0. Cole Waltrip, team captain, dialed 672. Take on Brandon Michaels, dialed 724. With the advantage, win line, give it to Waltrip. 53, dead one, gets their 9th out. Michaels 29, puts it 3 over to get 9th out behind. Team Waltrip up 2-0. Keith Powers left side. If he wins, it's over. He's dialed 612, take on Taylor Profall. Taylor dialed 627, has to win to keep his team alive. Powers is red. Profile 6 and lets off early. Austin left side, dial 586. Trying to cinch the win for Team Waltrip. Take on Chad Sandlin. Sandlin dialed 626. Sandlin with the win, 48, 2 above gets the win. Austin, late, 5th thou under, no good. So it comes down to matchup number 5. Andrew Lindemood left side, dialed 653 for Team Pitt. Will take on Travis Eaton. Eaton dialed 626. Winner goes to the final. $16 thou, separate them up front. Win light, Andrew 27, sets it dead 0. Eaton 11, get fed 30 to be 15 thou under. Team Pitt.
And some guys out of Texas, Tennessee, and Alabama. And Maryland, not Missouri. We'll start with the challengers first. For me, a team captain over here. My dog, it's good to see you. I didn't know whether we'd see you here, going through a lot, but I'm proud of you. You're driving your freaking tail off, and you've assembled yourself a team here that's going to go up with, there's probably 10 of the best bottom bulbers in the South and the Southeast and one Yankee.
Yeah, I think if you made a list of the top 5 in the world, it's probably that group there. But our crew is pretty damn good themselves, and I'm proud of them. They've carried me through a couple of rounds today myself. So me and Brandon, we lost our team from last year, and we were just looking to get on the team. And Taylor joined on, and then Chad joined on, and Ryan left us.
Well, I was gonna say, like, Andrew made a Ryan Gleghorn lap, so like at least he's late and stops to be dead 0, right? So at least he's doing his due diligence there, pair number 5. But the guy like has made one time run since he's been here, so he's doing all right.
Yeah. I'm proud of this whole group, man. I can't say anything more about them. I'm just stoked to be here, dude. It's a good time. It's a great race. we're ready to get after it.
I do know one thing. Anybody here scared? I didn't think so. All right. How about it over here? Nobody? I don't think anybody here is scared either. Lucas, your team's back again. No surprise. Obviously, the odds-on favorites coming in. You've got like $17 million in combined race winnings in the last 5 years, but you know these guys as well. They're tough. They're no slouches. We can't lay off. How are we feeling?
Oh, we feel real good, but you never know when you stage up. It's a team deal, and obviously they got a really good team over there, and we just got to do what we've been doing all day.
Do what you've been doing all day, and it has been 3-0 and 3-1 all day long so far. So I think we're ready. Get Galen in here, do some coin flipping. What we will do, we will let you guys know when to suit up, because we're going to do both of these and let Mark get back before we roll. So Galen, take it over.
Well, if I understand it correctly, y'all have already kind of going to run it in order. So we just
As we pull up.
So we just got to figure out lane choice.
All right. So the pairings.
All right. So we're going.
I'm going to step over here while you guys do that. They're going to do some money talk. So we've got Lockhart and Pofall, Walker and Pitt, team captains. Bowling and Michaels, Sandlin and Hagar, and Nick Hastings and Andrew Lindemood. So, only thing they got to figure out is who's going left, who's going right. And I'll take Team Cecil Whitaker, Team Cody Graham to the front of the staging lanes, please.
Here we go. Bottom bulb dream team final round. Left-hand side, Charlie Lockhart dialed 608. Gonna take on Taylor Pofall. Pofall dialed 627. Lockhart in control of this one. Win light will go to Lockhart. 17 dead 5 gets their 8th thou. Pofall finally missed it 31. Put it a thou under. Team Walker with the first win. Lucas Walker dialed 598, taking on Jacob Pitt. Team captain squaring up. Pitt dialed 570. Pitt's got him cut in half. Win light. Jacob Pitt, 16, one above, gets the win. Walker, 34, gets there 2 thou to be 7 thou under, and we are all tied up. Brandon Michaels left side dialed 727, take on Taylor Bowling. Bowling dialed 631. Michaels on Team Pitt, Bowling on Team Walker. Brandon Michaels in full control, win light. Bowling, 31, lands it dead 0. Michaels, 8, take 50 to be 26 thou under. Team Walker up 2-1. Donnie Hagar left side, dialed 591. If he wins, it is over. He has to get past Chad Sandlin. Sandlin dialed 627. 6 takes 17 to be 2 thou under. Donnie, 29, lands an airplane to be 7 thou under. And here it comes. We are down to the 5th man. Left-hand side, Nasty Nick Hastings has been in every bottom bulb final we've had this weekend. He is out 624, taking on Andrew Lindemood. Lindemood, the last-minute replacement, dialed 653. Won as the 5th man last round to get them to the final. Has to do it again to clinch the championship. Separate them up front. Win light. Hastings, 14 dead at 3, gets their first 28 thou. Locks out Lindemood, who's 24. Sprays and stops to be 2 above, had no chance. And Team Walker takes home the 2024 Bottom Bulb Dream Team.
We've got some big checks.
They're in order.
We're not going to change up the order. We're going captain last. Yeah, that's you. You're captain first. We talked about not being scared. You guys did just that. Took it to them, went down to the 5th pair, two rounds in a row, right? Andrew made a good lap both times. Could have went either way. End up in a runner-up spot, but you guys have a check with $10,000 next to all your guys' names. Your tab's paid for. Half your fuel's probably paid for at this point. You said, I have a $1,000 fuel bill. Keep that in mind, right? Where is Bel Air, Maryland? I've been in MIR, but where's Bel Air, Maryland?
3 hours north of MIR. So it's 19 hours from here, straight through.
19 hours from here. If I remember right, you're an RN. Are you an RN? Are you a nurse? What do you do for a living?
Actually, I think.
Oh, that's Derek Simon. That's the wrong red Camaro. That's on me.
Good thinking. I actually run a roofing company. Yes.
All right, that's a lot of work. That's not me. That's you. But team of bad dudes right here, right? Like we talked about. There was a favorite, but if there was 1A, 1B, this is it, right? This is what should have been in the final round. This is what was in the final round. And you got to be pretty proud the way you guys took it to him there.
Quite honestly, when Jacob and I had another team last year and we run it up, we said we'd come back this year and lost a few teammates. Like he said, gained a few more. We kind of knew up front we were going for Team Walker in the final. That was the plan. It worked out that way, and there's the baddest 5 dudes out there. So we tried our best. Luckily, these guys carried me. I actually offered today, and I'll say that openly on Motor Mania. I just got tattooed all day. Had a car that didn't cooperate, and luckily these guys carried me. A lot of fun. I mean, just the most fun race of the year. Watching these guys just, you go 0-2, they come back, you win 3-2. I mean, you can't make that up. It's just the most fun race to watch. No matter how it works, we'll take another bridesmaid spot for me and Jacob, but next year we'll be back.
0-2 and Chad Salen sitting in the 3rd spot. He smiles at that. Like, he likes that. He wants to be that guy, But you talked about going 0 for today. This event is literally about the people you surround yourself with, whether it's in life or in this team race right here. And you did just that, right? You went 0 for. They didn't rely on you all day, not one time. But they landed you here. It's part of it. And they all know the roles could easily be just as reversed. You are very capable. You are very talented. You've done a lot of good things off the bottom bulb. They asked you to be a part of this team, right? And they know they could have been 0 for and you could have been all for, right?
Well, thank you, and that is the point of this whole race. I mean, I can't say enough you and everybody here, you guys put together the greatest race of the year. There's nothing that compares, and this, it's worth 1,000 miles each way. This is the race. These guys are some of the baddest dudes. Also, I consider the top 10. We're all right there. So
I didn't look over there, but that's the first time that man smiled all weekend. You saying that right there.
You know,
But
I got to steal this from you before Jacob can. I mean, the Gulfport staff, these guys, they worked nonstop between rain and delay and oil down and everything. I mean, they just did everything. And, Nick Hastings is one of my, I love Nick. He's the first one to tell you, these guys they've worked their tail off, and we got to thank them. So I wish there was a better way to thank them, but I'm thanking right now. Thank you guys. You guys gave us the best place to race. We appreciate it.
have you been to Gulfport yet?
I'm coming soon. Don't you worry.
It is literally like racing at the best campground in the world. It is awesome. Awesome. I went there and didn't even race and loved it.
Nice.
But thanks for joining us. I know 19 hours is not like I'm automatically going to do that, right? You are a week worth of your life driving here and back. Like, you're not driving that straight, but I'm glad you're here with us. I'm sorry I said you're from Missouri. I knew better. I thought I knew better, but I was just reading the screen.
He was crazy enough to drive that far,
Donnie Hagar. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, buddy.
Brandon Michael, 1 of 5 here on Team Runner Up. We talked about people that moonlight. Last night, we didn't get out the safety vest. Does this earn a safety vest evening?
No. Mom would be disappointed in all that.
What if there were no photos?
Yeah. Might have to steal one of Donnie B's over there.
Well, just as we talked about, surrounding yourself with these great people. Jacob's from your area, right? That's the only guy you can really relate to on a local standpoint and somebody you've raced with for a long time. He's done it at a high level for a long time in your area. You've done it at a high level for a long time in your area, along with your brother and everybody else you run around with. But you put together a guy from Alabama, a guy from Maryland, and a guy from Tennessee, and about did it. Yeah. Like a few thou away from doing it. And it could have went either way. It didn't go your way, but you got to have a pretty good feeling after all that.
Oh, yeah. I knew we could get it done. Really wanted to, obviously, beat the last team there, Lucas and them. Tough guys. In my opinion, the team stacked. I knew we could do it, and we got pretty close. I'm just happy. I know Jake's been through a lot lately, and just glad we could get here for him and, everything that's going on for him, and really wish we could have finished it off, but hey, it's the tab's paid, so we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever play like Madden, right? Yeah. That team there, like you just took every player and put them at 99. Like that's their overall rating, But you guys were at 98. Like we needed one more, a few thou here, and this would have been completely reversed, and we would have been taking champagne baths in the winner's circle with a safety vest on.
With the safety vest on, for sure, 100%.
Anybody you want to thank?
Snake Racing Engines, Shad, all the crew over there, Galen, Britt, everybody, Tommy, put this race on. It's a blast. If you've never been here, you should be. You'll build relationships you never thought you could, and obviously drag racers are the best in the world. I got to thank a couple guys, Mark Meadows, Jordan Martin. I broke down on the way here. They got us 2 here with the rig and the dually, and just drag racing world is you meet people that you never thought you would, and everybody's great for the most part, and appreciate that. Mickey Thompson, May Race Carbs. You got CCS Power Coating, and my brother for sure. We just put a brand new Moser housing, axles, everything in this thing a couple of weeks ago. Went out there the first run, went straight down the racetrack. Without my brother, that would have never happened. So, and all these guys too. And I enjoyed racing with y'all, and we'll get one more next year, I promise.
You've been stressed out all weekend. Are you having fun now?
I am, yeah, a little bit.
We're getting there. A little bit of fun. $10,000 on the line tomorrow. Pretty good shot at it. Boot. So we rolled in here Friday, round number 2. Bought 2 buybacks. Wasn't doing so hot in the first one or the second one. We got to make a time run finally this morning, right? We had the oil pan off of this thing, engine out on the stand 3 times, and rolled in here like it's been together all year long. Like, yeah, guys, I'm your teammate. I'm here. I haven't made a run on this thing. Just had the crank out of it.
It did pretty good last weekend.
while you were polishing the crank in the shop, were you thinking, man, we're gonna win some money this weekend?
Yeah, I was a little nervous on whether it was going to be good enough to go and race. I was hoping that's all it needed was just a little polishing to get that crank back up, and it worked out good. I doubled up last weekend, won off the top and the bottom, and that was the Southeastern Points race. So I said, it's ready. I think we're ready to go, and I'd already bailed on Jared, and there was no getting back on that team. Still don't think there's no getting back on that team. I got a great group of guys here. I felt very confident. We got on the right side of the ladder, and everything fell our way and worked out perfectly.
You had a pretty breakout race here last year, right? You did exceptionally well. I think you maybe runner-up semi, something like that, in a fairly large payday event. To come back here and show that you still belong here, right? It wasn't a fluke. We didn't think it was a fluke, but at times, like, this sport's hard. Like, it's not easy. It's got to feel good to come back here and keep turning on win lights like you have been. But for everybody that doesn't know, as we almost put, yeah, we about had a crowd incident. You keep Big Red and Blueberry and the GTO up, right? You are the mechanic for Jared Pennington Motorsports. You spend a lot of hours in the shop. Jared that we all see out here is not always that Jared, right? He's got a lot on his plate all the time. You take a lot of that workload off of him. It's got to feel pretty good to see JJ and the whole family racing with you. But you're the guy that they rely on, and now it's showing in your results as well.
Yeah, I've had so much bad luck, like we just talked about, pulling the engine out of this thing 3 times. Broke the oil pump, put an oil pump in it, said, okay, that's it. Went to go make a run the next weekend. It was about 2.5 tenths slow. Said, no, something else is hurt. Pulled it back apart. And that's what happened earlier when I left a little fuel. The
nitrous line was not hooked up, but the pump was on. Yeah.
From all the engine pulls. So it's been a very well blessing that it's finally turning around. And I feel young, but this is my 21st year racing, believe it or not. So
you're getting old, buddy. Well, it was long but well-deserved. Congratulations once again. You're 3 out of 5 of the bottom bulb runner-up. The lap you made in the semifinal was the lap of the day. It had to happen. We had to land an airplane. I saw both sides of this thing for a second. Congratulations. Taylor, talk about people that had a lot going on. You double as a stunt prop organizer in your moonlight time, but great team once again. You know, Jacob, Chad, Andrew, Brandon, all the guys that we see about on the internet, right? That we just go join them in Holly Springs, Mississippi. But you're a bottom bulb all-star. You've been there. You've done that. You mix it up with Lucas and Charlie a lot more regularly than these guys do. But you knew pair number 1 what had to happen, right? We were there. We had to show up. We could not sit there and be 50, 60, 70. You went after it. We were a few thou away. But we literally just talked about 3 times in a row. It took that couple thou going your guys' way, and it's a completely different story.
It easily could have went either way. Just like you said, a couple thou this way, a couple thou that way. Like, I've been trying to lay down the best laps I could. I've had a rough weekend up until this event just today, and I finally started tagging Trey the previous 3 rounds. And I knew I like you said, I run Charlie and Lucas several times a year with them being somewhat local to us, 45 minutes up the road, and I missed it at the wrong time. But it's hats off to that team. Like you said, they're top 5. If you could pick top 5 best bottom bulbers in the nation right now, hands down, I'd pick them 5. But these 5 I have with me right here, I'd take them any day of the week, and we'll be back next year.
We're going to run it back one more year. Jacob's already smiling. He's ready. He can't wait. Like, if he could fast forward a year, he's ready. But obviously, the truck has went over a whole bunch of changes the last couple of years. I know there's a laundry list of people you want to thank. We'll knock that out of the way. But impressive what you've done here today with this team. Impressive what you've been doing in the last year or two. It's got to feel pretty good to see results.
Oh, It's came a long way from picking the thing up in a field pretty much and going to a frame-up job on it. From this off-season, completely changing a nasty combination just to go faster when you don't have to. And we fought the thing for a month, starting at the New Year's Nationals down in Bradenton, and it took a month of changing this and changing that. But after a couple converter changes and a motor change a couple weeks ago and fixing this and fixing that, we finally have a hot rod. But I have to thank Get 'em Carburetors, Fran's Performance, Ronnie Maggart with Hoosier, Gary Dean Racing Transmissions, and everybody else that's helped with this program. But this truck wouldn't be where it would be right now without it. And shout out to Austin Boone. He's my mechanic 90% of the time. He says he's not, but if I need help, he'll sit there. He'll change transmissions between first and second round if we need to.
Whether it's throwing elbows or wrenches, Austin's ready at all times.
Might as well call him Rocky, but he's ready to go.
Yeah, short Rocky. Anyway, congratulations, 4 out of 5. You are number 4. We got one man left. The man. And, I kind of debated on this. I'm just going to come out and say it, bro. You've got cancer. And you are out here wrecking people. What you are going through, not only physically, but mentally is, we can't fathom that, right? I couldn't put myself in your shoes and even imagine what you are thinking about pulling to the staging lanes, not let alone going down the racetrack, right? You've made the trip from Texas. You kind of were racing here and there the last couple of years, and the last year you started ramping back up again. It's good to see you back out here with us. I don't know if it's first time to Holly Springs. I think you've been here second time. You were here last year with this team, yeah. But you come here twice, landed here twice, and the show's going on the road, despite what's going on at home. What's your biggest obstacle right now? Like, this is nothing. This is fun. Life is going on, right? How are we here?
It's a good question, man. It's this is the one thing that you can just kind of forget it all. You get in the car and you forget it. I had my second surgery a couple of months ago, and I split my leg open from the surgery spot a day before I came out here. So and I've been nursing it all week, and it's these dudes, man. It's worth it every second. It's my wife and my kids at home, my mom. They keep it going for me, and I just show up to my appointments and do what I'm supposed to do, and try to go racing when I can. You know what I mean?
Right. Optimistic. Obviously, you talked about it's treatable, everything like that. But dude, it's not like you got a cold, right? You're coming out here mixing it up with the best of the best, rolling through the best of the best, right? We're making good runs. We're focused on what we're doing. I commend you for that. I told Ryan, there's no chance I'd show up. I wouldn't even try to show up. I couldn't detach myself from life enough to do that. And I've always been impressed with how you drive and the way and the success rate you've got, but what you're going through and still doing it, I can't even put that into words. I'm super proud of you. I know everybody in the DFW area, Motorplex, XRP, they're all super proud of you. I've got people texting me, man, I can't believe he's there. I can't believe he's there. You're here. Everybody found out you were here. They know you're here. Team Pitt's back, baby.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. For now, hopefully it stays that way. Just try to keep healthy, try to keep working, try to keep showing up. Last year I kind of got talked into this race by Hake and Gary, and when I showed up and we had such a good time, I was like, we got to go again. I asked the whole group if they were coming back. A couple of them was, no, we can't make it. Me and Brandon were like, all right, well, we'll try to jump on somebody's team. It kind of snowballed. Each guy kind of jumped on. I was like, all right, nice. Next guy, all right, nice. It's like, man, we got a shot. It's like nothing would have kept me out of this place.
Understand, though, you asked them. They respect you as a driver enough. Absolutely, we're in. Have you thought about that? You have built that for yourself. You have earned that right to assemble this team.
Yeah, I wasn't looking to be a team captain or anything, but it's just kind of one of those things. Like okay, I'll do it. Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, the truck looks good. I love it. Tires look good on it. Proud of you guys. Proud of you as a person and as a drag racer. And we'll see you back here next year.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Team Jacob Pitt, runner up on bottom ball. We've got one more to get through before Mark shoots me. And we will call it a night here momentarily. The FTI Racer Appreciation Dinner, Cole's